fine. 2 seconds. If anyone's watching so far, I do apologise for the delay. I'm just sorting out. Hey. Just doing a couple of things. If I sniff, I do apologise. I'm getting over a cold. If anyone is watching this right now. Just go on to check that it is live on here. I'm just doing a few little tweaks, so I do apologise. Right, it's showing live, that's fine. On Facebook, that's fine. Yeah, that's all fine. Everything's looking good. Okay. Hello YouTube and welcome to this let's stream of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Of course, May being Mental Health Month, Awareness Month, I figured this would be a really good game. Also, I am going to be doing a platinum run. I have completed the game once. I missed a few of the lore stones, so this is going to be a lot of exploration to get all of the lore stones for the platinum trophy. But let's begin. If you haven't played this game already, it's such a good game. Like, I completed it last night for the first time, and I am just absolutely in awe of how good this game actually is. I do vape as well, so if you hear random noises on the microphone, I do apologise. It will be me vaping as we're going through certain portions of the game. I'll try not to speak through the audio, but because the voices are so constant, like, it's gonna be difficult for me to not do that, so I do apologise.
I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer.
They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she see her coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I feel you coming.
Okay, so at the minute all I can do is move the camera.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in Helheim.
Look. Up ahead.
Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
You see them?
Like, all of these people just... I mean, while we are running through the... I'm not going to keep panning the camera around, but just to go over a little bit of background information, they did find out this won a few BAFTA awards, and after completion of the game, I really understand why it won so many awards.
Still here.
It's just so... It's just so good, like the ambience, the...
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that.
And if you are listening, if you are watching this, I do recommend you listen with headphones on, so you get the full immersed experience as Senua experiences her psychosis episodes and the voices. Of course you'll hear my voice as well, but the in-game voices, if you listen with headphones on, you'll get a better experience. Certainly if you're watching this without headphones, you may not get the binaural experience that you would if you are wearing headphones. So I do recommend, if you are watching this, put headphones on, so that you get the full experience.
Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years.
David Garcia and Andy Leplegua. I'm gonna say Leplegua. I don't know.
It just
Amazing people.
itself, growing
Product
stronger.
development. Dominic Matthews deserves an award on his own.
You might try and ignore it. Turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight. Where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that.
Also going to set myself the challenge of 5 deaths.
It's easy to see it suffocating.
Now with this game, there's permadeath if you die too many times. Reportedly, you will lose all of your progress. The game will just delete it. Last playthrough I did it in 9
You might
deaths.
think she's brave to go on this journey on her own. But it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Right, I can't control it yet.
What is she leaving behind? I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
So let's get this done, guys. Let's do this. I mean, this is... I probably should do an age rating on this game, because if you are under the age of 18, some of the images you may experience are very shocking.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus.
So, I mean, you can see here the progress that I made in the last run through. I got most of the runes. There's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 that I missed. But we're going to play through the entire game, and we're going to...
Forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea, and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river, and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Yeah, so the lore stones I won't speak over, because if you are interested in Nordic mythology, it covers quite a lot from what I understand from my last playthrough. But yeah, as you can see there, I've only got 8 runes to find. I thought it was 9, but it's not. I mean, this is certainly not going to be a light-hearted playthrough. I'm not going to be making any crude innuendos or jokes. Because, as I said at the beginning of the stream, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I applaud this game entirely for the awareness that it performs, because I remember this being over the British news. I don't know about any other parts of the world, but they brought in a charity for psychosis to assist in making the experience as real to life as possible, and it is just phenomenal, the experience that they give the player, and hopefully yourselves as the viewers, as to how this goes. It's just so good.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
So, I mean, the one thing I did notice about the game when I've last played through this, the graphics are absolutely stunning. It is just so good.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead.
Yeah, it is just such a stunningly rendered game. It's just every single part of it is so good, and the puzzles get really involved and use all of the scenery. Yeah, this is another one that I have got, but I'm gonna have to get them all.
9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
This is a plan.
Four. Just drop down. What's down there? Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
So here's the first puzzle of the game. As you can see there is a rune. I'm going to bring up the runic dictionary actually. While this is going on.
I'm not one of them.
Runes.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
Just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
Right, so we're looking for manas, the rune manas. I think it's manas anyway.
Ruth.
I could get the pronunciation completely wrong.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, so we're looking for the manas rune.
Find one like it to open the gate.
And with most puzzle games, it's a case of looking for certain pieces. However, with this, as you can see when you get close,
Focus.
the rune will appear everywhere. But as you can see that it's the shadow
The gate. And the gate will open.
by caused from this. Hello viewer,
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it.
and we can now proceed further.
What's behind the gate? I'll take you.
It's not safe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Okay, so this bit gets
Another voice joins us.
quite frustrating. If you were afraid of heights,
Pretend they weren't real.
I would recommend looking away for a few moments.
When we are
I may die here. I've done my last playthrough. I actually managed to do this first time,
You can stand on the edge.
but of course now I'm streaming. I can just tell that's not going to happen.
Death is near.
Yeah, I'm more than likely going to die at least
Little
once.
slip.
Just keep it nice and steady.
Push things away.
Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Oh my god. No. Nope. Nice and steady. Wow, there we go. I've got this now. We're all good.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Right, yeah, so looking at the wheel here, you can see there are dots led through there. Where the red runes are the ones I've missed, and the white runes are, of course, the ones that I've already picked up. But I did a little digging this morning just to have a look. I'm going to come and look through here quickly, just because the scenery is absolutely amazing. I did a little bit of digging this morning just to try and get a bit more sort of information on the game, just to make the commentary a little bit more interesting for you guys. As I say, I'm not going to be making fun of this. I'm not going to be making any crude innuendos, because this game, it lends itself to the awesomeness of its own device. It's so good. Right, I think, yeah, we're gonna end up fighting here, or we will do shortly.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
But also, I'm not going to be making fun of this because, you know, mental health is a serious thing, and I feel making fun or adding crude innuendos is just kind of making light of something that already has a massive stigma to it. So it just won't happen. But yeah, so I've got the runes of the Elder Firthark in front of me now, so I can sort of try and pronounce them. I'm going to bugger that up, I'm not even going to lie. This is the bit where I am more than likely I will die here, because it's scripted, it's not a death, it doesn't count towards it.
of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It doesn't
See, I
praise
told
him.
you there's some
It is wrong.
quite distressing images in this
And
game.
now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
I mean, like, the game is split into chapters, and on the rune circle, the rune wheel, around the focus, the lore stones, that's what the dots indicate. So you can really track how much progress you've made, and whether you've missed anything. Of course, as you saw, I dropped down a ledge earlier on, and the voices started saying, "Why did she do that? She can't go back." So if you have missed any runes, once you've hit one of those points, you cannot go back and get them. So it would mean another playthrough. It is entirely possible to do this in one go, like the entire platinum in one playthrough.
With every defeat, the dark
It just takes a lot of exploration because, like, some of them are hidden. I know there are guards. There are guards. There are guides available online for the lore stone
and
locations.
she will fulfill her vow.
I'm not going to use one. I think I know where I buggered up before, so it's going to take a little bit of work, but I am adamant that I'm going to do this without
Lies behind the gate
without resorting to
to open the gate. He was the
using a
first
walkthrough.
of the gods that got it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan, spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Now, interestingly, what I like about this game is the way that they incorporate everything. I mean, I know Surt is one of the Jotun
The
from...
Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, so as you can see there, the first chapter is just the 4 runes there, and that sort of introduces various elements to the game, such as the puzzles and the combat. Now, as I was saying, Surt, I know, is a Jotun, I believe it's Jotun from Jotunheim. Valravan, however, is actually not Nordic. It's from, I believe, I'm fairly certain it's Danish mythology. It's a demon in Danish mythology.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Okay, so we're going to take the left path first. I did read online, interestingly enough, that with this game you can choose the combat difficulty. I think mine is set to easy. But the combat and the puzzles scale according to which path you take first. So if you take Valravan's path, which is what we're doing, the puzzles are supposed to be slightly more complex, but if you decide to go through Surt's Gate first, the combat becomes more difficult. But there's nothing telling you that. It's just sort of, I sort of glimpse this information online. So the first gate here, we're going to go up the hill. I think this is one I already have. Does that count as a hill? I think it does. We should enter some ruins. Should enter some ruins. Oh, yes, we have. And the Law Stone will be on the right hand side. And it is. No, that's not. Let's just have a look around again, because I mean I think I have all of the Valravan ones.
What's that? It's a door. Push it.
I've gone a little bit far. I'm going to backtrack, because I do, as I say, I'm fairly certain I have all of the Valravan ones, but for the sake of the playthrough, I am going to be collecting all of them, so please do expect backtracking and various bits like that until I'm fairly certain I have everything. Right, so you go up the hill, and on the right is the Law Stone. It should be here somewhere. It's not here. Is it this? Ah! There it is.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Right, so that was another one. So that's the first one in the illusion trial, which is what we are doing. This is the illusion trial. After this, there isn't one for a few moments. We have to progress into the level a little bit more. I remember there's a... I'm talking about it like it's going to happen in the next couple of seconds, and it's probably not. And I don't want spoilers.
Illusion hides the path to
In case you've never played this game before, I will try and avoid the spoilers
Find another way to see the truth.
of what's going to happen. Now, this is a very good way of doing the puzzles here. As you heard earlier on when I walked up here by mistake, the voices were talking about the bridge. So we're going to go and push that. these are essential on the illusion trial. As you can see, the skull is pointing this way. We can see there that there is the symbol for Valravan, but if we walk this way, it disappears.
It's funny.
It's ingenious the way they have done the level concept and level design, and how things like that can completely change things. Again, I just can't not sing the praise of this game. It is so good. Even in the beginning levels, like even though I've completed it, I'm just doing the collectibles. You know, and as I say, I completed it. Yeah, I finished the game last night. I can't not talk about how good this game actually is. It is just something else.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
That's what I was waiting for. Right, with the combat there is a sweet spot for parrying. And you'll know when you've got it because it does that. Right.
The Northman will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
So, I believe the next one may be around here. Just need to find an illusion gate, if there is one here. I don't know. It might not be here. Like, I bought the game back in 2018, and I played it for a little while, but I have some mental health complexities of my own, and you know, that made it somewhat more difficult to play this all the way through.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic.
So there was quite a while I didn't play this, but you know, I finally this week decided no, I'm gonna play through it. I've just got the platinum trophy on Anthem. Well, I had that a couple of weeks back, but I'm sort of on I'm gonna platinum as many games as I can, and this was on the list of ones I'm gonna platinum.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifting. Can you feel it?
So as you can see there with that puzzle, you have to align the ravens to make the seal to open the door, and it's stuff like this that just makes it such a good game.
An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
So I think that way, if you were to go back that way, you would end up in more battle. Right, so I think there should be a lore stone around here. No. As I say, expect a lot of exploration, because I do want to get them all. It would just be particularly annoying for me if I did all of this and missed one, because that, you know, I've titled this the Platinum Run. I don't want to be not achieving my Platinum on this. Now, the runes themselves, they do sort of change shape. The lore stones themselves, they do actually change shape from trial to trial, so it's not always going to be the ones that we saw in the prologue. The ones here are ratherly different.
Another gate. Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. It's not safe.
Right, there's the gate. However, I want to find the lore stone. There is one around here, I'm sure there is. And I know it's here somewhere. There's a thing up there. That's fine. I'm gonna get stuck on the trees, just because. Right, I know that there is a lore stone around here somewhere. This was the fight encounter with a locked gate. There is a said on the left, but I believe it's this. No, see, it's there. Check everything because it's around here somewhere, I'm certain of it. It's too high for her to climb. No. And it's not here either. Huh. Maybe I am mistaken. So let's go back through there and see if that changes anything in the world around here. Maybe it's not. Okay. Right, so let's proceed then. Maybe there isn't one here. I'll find it. I think the good thing with Valravan and Cert is that,
Break the seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
yeah, so align the ravens. That's the ravens there, you've got to align them. And thus we begin the next puzzle. We need to be stood up there, and...
The ravens.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions.
Silence me.
Listen, focus. You need to focus. Focus.
So this bit is just a case of following the pointed fingers. And also following the song of Valravan. Until we find the right spot. Did we change anything there? No. Right, so there's something I haven't seen back here. Because we can still hear the song of Valravan. But we've closed that off, so... something did change. I'm just very stupid apparently. Because I can't see it. Let's look for that lore stone here. Have that ambiance of the ambiance of our raven singing.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries
Ah.
It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person.
And that's where I went a little bit wrong.
To become gallant in search of pain. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse.
And from here we have to go up this bit.
Are forever changed.
And that fixes the bridge.
What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven tricking her. Raven. How can she get out? Bait. It's him. Dark magic draws.
However, once again, I am fairly certain that there is a law stone around here.
It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Is that it? No. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Ah, thank you very much, real Boris Johnson. Right, so there's obviously no law stones around here, so we'll just progress, and hopefully pick it up. And there we go, that is the second of the trials done. How are things going? Is everything going okay on this Saturday morning, Friday evening, Sunday morning, depending on where you are in the world?
Simple. The worst kind comes without warning. Deep.
Right, so we can't go through that gate there.
A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
There's always another route. Find a way, Senua. Go round. Find your own path. It's a different way. Find a good position. Let it out.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, The Forest. That's a very good game. It is something I probably should pick up again, really. Might be the next game I look to platinum. I think I went into it not really knowing what to expect from it. But sort of, I have an understanding of the forest now, so it's all right. Right, there is a lore stone around here. You love the forest. Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, we did also try at one point, I don't know whether I live streamed it, but we did also try doing a, there it is.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the world tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
Yeah, sorry, I won't talk over the lore stones there, just in case anyone's interested in Nordic mythology. Yeah, no, because I completed the game, I did a speed run of it. I definitely didn't stream the speed run, but I did it in just under an hour, just over an hour, and yeah, I did it just under an hour, and unlocked the creative mode so that we could have a play around, and we actually did a open world that people could join. I'm not sure whether I streamed that.
Into the wilds, perhaps never to return.
Oh, thank you very much, The Real Boris Johnson. Yeah, the Minecraft one was really, really good. We spent so long doing that as well.
Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers.
Yeah, we spent so long doing that world.
Realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Right, so that's another... possibly. I would need to get back in touch with the guys and try and arrange something. Yeah, I'd say possibly it's something I could look into. I'd need to contact them all, because we're all quite busy at the moment, so... Trying to, you know, narrow down on a point can be quite a pain. Right, now there is an illusion gate in the middle.
It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's not here. This reminds her of something. The forest.
Yeah, repairs the bridge.
The wilds. She left the room. She She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she make the land? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat the darkness? No.
And this illusion gate should...
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness.
do something here.
She came to beat her own darkness in her own healing.
Yeah.
But it didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Where's the gate? There's an illusion gate here. I'm sure I just stepped through it, but obviously I did not.
Open it.
She has to. Not from this side.
I mean, also, Boris, the thing with the Minecraft one as well, we progressed to such a point that I think realistically all we were doing is just trying to get the Elder, the stuff to do the Ender Dragon. I mean, the last battle we did, the Elder Guardians, that was pretty, it was alright, it was intense. Right, so there is a lore stone here. There it is.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink.
I mean, we did do a bit of research on it just to kind of have a look, and we did come across that it was very difficult. I think we didn't do a few live streams. We focused more on strip mining to try and get the diamonds, to get the diamond armor. I think that's where we kind of left it. Right, there is only one more lore stone to find here, and it's the most tricky one because it's after a battle with gates. Right, I need to open that door. Because I need to go back through that illusion gate. I mean, with this game, it's pretty straightforward and easy if you kind of are aware. I don't know whether it will be an all-day stream. The game isn't really that long. I'll certainly be streaming for a good few hours. I'll go until sort of I get to a certain point. I'm hoping at least to get Valrathan and Cert done, and I may go into the grammar trials. during this stream. So there's a good few hours to go yet. You know, I'm not saying, no, I'm going to end it in a few minutes. I will be streaming for a while yet.
No, half of them have gone. They've gone. Some still. But where? Oh, Raven's helping. It's not helping. It's true. Quiet.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Right, there's a way down there. I think it's over here. I mean, if an all-day stream is something that people would be interested in me doing, I'm more than happy to look into it. And if that were the case, I may also then look at bringing in guests to appear alongside me, just so that, you know, it makes things a little bit more interesting, commentary-wise. You get a little bit more banter and things like that. So yeah, definitely something I'd look into doing if people are interested. Are there any particular games that you'd want me to do all day, or... I mean, aside from Minecraft and The Forest, of course, as you've mentioned those two already, and as I say, I'll certainly get in touch with the guys to speak to them about doing that.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Right, I would say that's all 5 of the Lore Stones in the Illusion Trial. Ah, Subnautica and Skyrim. Okay. That could be arranged. I have both of those games. That can be arranged. With the guest speakers though, what I may have to do is do a trial stream, because I'd need to do share play as well, and I don't really know how well that's going to work while I'm streaming, but open world games in general, yeah, that's fair. So I've got Subnautica, I have Skyrim, Fallout 4 I have as well, which was kind of open world, another Bethesda classic. I've got myself turned around. I do also have No Man's Sky. I know that got a lot of hate, but another one I could probably do for a day if I'd got... Yes, it's something I do want to sort of do. A Let's Play for that. Right, I can't go that way. Is it this way that I'm trying to go? No, I need to be over that side. Right, let's look into the illusion gates then, because I've clearly gone wrong somewhere. Ah, that's where I went wrong. And that's what I love about this game as well, like, the smallest thing can change, and unless you're really paying attention, it's very difficult to notice. But yeah, if you'd be interested in a Subnautica Let's Play, I may have a look into that a little bit later today. Once I finish streaming here, I've got a few bits I've got to do. Ready for work next week, but yeah, I'll certainly have a look at it.
The ravens. They were gone. No. Still three. There's three. There's three. Where have they gone?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all.
I mean, Subnautica is a game that I do want to platinum, so yeah, I can do that.
Shape, sound, thought, grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws. There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill them. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
There we go. Right, now this bit. Coming up to the Valravan boss battle. I work in education. Well, predominantly that's, you know, I work in education. It can be a difficult job, but it's also a very rewarding job as well. Right, what am I missing here? I'm missing something. What's changed? Did I start fixing the puzzle before I'd even started that?
Final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
No, no, they work in completely different industries.
Speak to
One,
me. Tell me a story.
yeah, they work in different industries. They're not in the education industry
Of a man called Findan.
or the education sector, should I say?
Findan's sister and his father sent him to pay for her release, but they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. When he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape.
I mean, I actually met both of them through Pokemon Go.
From the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth. The man that I am now. though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. I need to. Where are we? I remember.
And now we come to the Valravan boss battle. Valravan himself isn't too difficult, I don't think.
It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, strikes out now, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness, she remembered what he told her.
Hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil,
I don't...
it too is trapped.
I mean, I'm potentially looking forward to Borderlands 3. That comes out in September, I believe.
I see you now.
But
You
the
led
game...
me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
The game that I'm more looking forward to than anything is released next year. But yeah, Borderlands 3 so far this year. But Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines is being released Q1 next year, and I'm really looking forward to that. yourself, Boris Johnson, are there any other games you'd be looking forward to this year? Oh, you little bastard. Let me focus so I can attack you. Oh, okay.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The Mark of Valravn. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered...
I'll have to have a look into that one, because I don't know anything about it.
If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Right, so that is the Valravn trial, the trial of illusion. Moving forward, we now have the trial of fire. Surt. Ah, hello, George.
When she was younger, she would lie in the grass and stare at the clouds. And then she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees. Mountains. Caves.
To be fair, the Elder Scrolls Online was hit and miss.
I wonder. Can you see the faces?
And Zach as well. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls Online was really hit and miss.
If you look for them.
Oh, hang on.
Mother Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do.
But
Once we can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness, But when it did come, it first came for her mother.
H1Z1. It's a game I haven't played for a while.
Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over. She misses her so much.
So just for the guys that have just joined us, if you aren't, I recommend playing this, watching this with headphones on. My chihuahua. I've lost my dog. Oh, hang on. Where are you? I know there's a fight here. Bastard. Fucking having it.
Finish this. End it now. She needs to go back. She can't. It won't open. Why won't it open? Why won't it open? There's another challenge.
Right, into the search trial, the fire trial. We've just done Valravan. As I was saying, if you guys aren't doing it, put headphones on to watch this, because the voices, it's binaural. It works so much better with headphones on. I mean, you'll still hear my voice, of course, over the top of the other ones, but the voices do occasionally give hints and tips as to what to do moving forward. This is a platinum run. I'm 90% to my platinum trophy on this. I've literally got a few of the lore stones left to get. This is going to tell you I've got one there, which I think is in this cert one.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back.
Well, there's two there.
An outcast.
And there's two there, one there, and one there.
For he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness.
So the real Boris Johnson, Zach and George are the ones I was playing The Forest and Minecraft with.
The Northmen say that at
I've still
Ragnarok,
missed one in
the sons of
Valravan.
Muspel
What the
will travel
fuck?
to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Right. Look, we need to arrange something. Right. I'm backtracking. I've missed one in the Valravan area, and I think I can still get it. Alright, I've got that one. I'm fairly certain of that. Yes, that's one of those ones. If I can't get this other lore stone now, I am going to be so pissed. Ah, I think I know where it is. Are you watching a live stream at work? Nah, that's fair. Do you have any mouth-to-lung tanks at work right now that I can put on an Aspire? Conan. Again, there's something to look into. Yeah, but I mean for the Archon, can I use a mouth-to-lung tank on that? It's a loyal viewer right there. Right. So... yeah. Ark is one that I did look at, and I believe George does play. I just never got round to picking it up. Right, I want that bridge fixed. Nope. That's taken the aye. Yeah, Boris Johnson was just saying, when are we going to do more of the forest and Minecraft and things? Right, where's this bloody castle bit? I know it's here. Right, there's that. There's the beam. Or a beam. That's the cave, and I got that one, I think. Get closer to it. Yeah, I got that one. So guys, expect about an hour of backtracking right now while I find this goddamn thing. Because it's gonna bug me. Senua sacrifice? Oh gotcha! I mean, there's going to be... I'm backtracking at the minute because I've missed a lore stone and I want it. So I'm going to see if I can pick it up. It's not that one. Yeah, this is 100% worth the money. It's not a very long game. I think there's about 8, 9 chapters in it, but definitely well worth it. This is the bit I've just been running around. Have I gone too far? Yes, very much. God of War and Senua's Sacrifice are both. I can't go back that way. I've got to keep going forward. Yeah, God of War and Senua's Sacrifice both based on the Nordic mythology, although where Kratos was a Spartan god, Senua is a Celtic warrior. She's not actually a goddess. But the playstyle and the storyline very, very similar. Oh, god damn it if I've missed it. Ah! No, I haven't. I don't think. This is the bit with the castle. Yeah, I've been good. Busy with work. I fucking missed this. Right, 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to pause this here and mute my microphone. I'm going to have to Google this because this is going to bug me. It's one that I'm missing from here. Wow, don't I feel fucking stupid? I'm in the right area. I'm just going about it the wrong way. Yeah, thank you, voices, for telling me I'm stupid. I already knew that.
The Northmen say that Odin has 2 ravens. Their names are Thought and Memory, and each day he sends them out to fly all across the world. Upon their return, they perch on his shoulders and tell him everything they have seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things far and wide, and for this reason, he is called the Raven God. Senua, like Odin, you must seek wisdom through thought and memory if you are to succeed in your quest.
Right, that's the 5th one. That's the one I needed. So I can still get it, even though I've beaten Valravan, which is fine. And that picked up that. Right, so... Yes, going the right way, because the first trial... And then running back through here... Not speaking to the Mother Spirit again. Other games could we play? I don't know really. I mean, we played H1Z1, but with that you have to have a party of 5 for us all to play. Yeah, it's 3 of us and 2 randoms. But still, you need the party of 5 for us all to be in the same party. I mean, Apex Legends is a 3-man party. And I have played a bit of that. Right, I need a lore stone now to tell me which ones I'm missing. Oh no, I knew. Yeah, I knew. But that's a conversation I'm not going to have on a live stream. Right. Just check
The Northmen
this.
say that at Ragnarok, the
Yeah.
sons of Muspel will travel to battle in a ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
It's nearly over.
Now, this is nearly the end.
Well, I ain't fucking dying here. I have not died so far. Aside from the scripted death at the beginning, I ain't fucking dying here. Oh, no. Gotta find some runes.
The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I I still hear their cries carried in the wind.
What runes am I looking for? I am looking for...
Hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Hell and...
Are they screaming?
Ah. Close edge. Oh. Can you get a dilly dilly? It's been a while. Right, it's here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just did it.
Are they screaming?
Raw? I don't recall a raw. Oh.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death.
George is probably still here. Maybe ghosting.
You speak up. I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Right, second fight. You and your fucking shield. Oh, goddamn. There we go, that's what I wanted.
Finished. 'Cause I know you're not finished. Finished. 'Cause I know you're not 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 finished. 'Cause
It's nearly over.
You and your fucking shield. You and your fucking shield, man.
Take him down. Ignore the pain.
Whew. No, they are not okay. They're pains in the arse. That's what they are. However, I'm happy that I have not yet died.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to soot.
Right. Gotta remember where the sacrifice is. Like I only did this the other day.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Right.
What's happened? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The
Bridge with burning pyre.
so distant.
Walk down the path.
How will she get through?
She'll need
And
to
there's
find
a
another
stone here.
Truth and sense.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Bright,
7.
flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars.
This is £24.99 on the PSN store. It's well worth the money.
Muspel is one of the 9 worlds.
Again, it's
and
not a
is now the
very.
land of fire giants, and people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
So it's not a very long game. I think there are. Let me check. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's 11 chapters to the game. So it's not a very big one. But
Another gate. Another gate.
it's so
Another fire sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua.
intense. Like, you forget that it's quite a short, like, 11 chapter game.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate. Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to soot. I I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs. Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua!
Fun.
Find your own path, like I
Fun.
find mine!
Oh,
My
fuck
gods
off, Drew.
abandoned me. I am alone.
Same area as the last Law Stone. Alright, okay, I need to run back. After passing underneath the bridge in the burned down forest close by at the back of this area. So it's over here somewhere. Voila.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard.
Right, next Law Stone is there.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it. But Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Hang on, there's runes to be found here. There.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I
And
once
this is
followed the moon
Deus
god,
and
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua,
Radger.
I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
and 2. Right, now we open that. And before I progress, I need to go back over here because there is another fire door.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
And the fire is located behind the rune door. Here, in fact. Oh!
Let it collapse.
Yep, fun fact, when this bloke is talking, that's actually a video recording. That's not computer animated, they actually recorded that.
Will you see the world anew?
No, I see nothing now.
After going through the fire, you come to another 2 houses, yes. Stone is behind second house. Well, I'm outside the back of the second house. Right, there's the fire door. Aha!
The Northmen say
And it's one I didn't have.
is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire.
Right, I was looking at the
They
runes.
left me for dead. Maybe they were right.
Right, so here we have Nidn
Free.
and
I'm glad I found you in the wild.
Pin.
I wouldn't have made it without you.
And Thorn. Thorn. So we need to go and find the runes to unlock that door. Before I do that. The first is here. There, in fact. So, I mean, this is the closest to hand-holding this game will give you. So, when you get to a certain point where you're going to find a rune, you get all the red runes around. There. And the last one is, as I recall, up there. Yeah, see how it's all coming together? Right. And it is there.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
On to the cert battle. believe this is the final trial before we face Surtur. I'm fairly certain it is.
Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua!
She's dying.
It's him.
I believe that's a scripted death as well. Because it's going to move into a cutscene. I might mute my microphone for this just so you get
I'm sorry.
the full experience.
I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Sorry, just pausing that for a second. Okay.
Take his mark, and I will rescue you from Midgard and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
You better fight.
Well, the fire shield wasn't a thing the last time I fought him. And that is Searcher.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on.
I promise. And I will go to hell to keep
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Yeah, so that was Searcher.
Druth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids.
2 seconds, YouTube. It's gonna flick for a second.
Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds.
Right, so I think my microphone is on. If it's not, I do apologise.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness.
Probably gonna play to 3 hours.
Signs of hell were true.
And then call the stream there and probably pick it up again tomorrow.
Until she too could see what he saw.
Oh, it did not need to be in here.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. An illusion of self is shattered. You simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of
With the
that.
mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Right, where's this fight? Or is there not one? Yeah. Right, so I am down to 6 runes.
it's you. Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's the dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control. A way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt.
Oh, the feels! The feels!
You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Yes. Fucking run it. Yeah.
The gods made you a warrior. It's your call.
Oh.
Get up quick! It's not over. Finish this!
Why some of the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes sense.
Not dying here. It's not gonna happen.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Get up. Get up.
She's injured. Get up quick! It's not over. It's not over. She's ready. You are a capable warrior. Remember your Take him down. Take him down now.
Right. Well, that's another death down to what I had before. think my first playthrough I died 2 or 3 times up until now. And I haven't died once. I'll take it. Right, the next set of runes for people that are very, very interested in the runes themselves. We have...
Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Able. We have... one that's not on there. Oh. Gifu. Oh no, I'd imagine it's that one, which is Ciel. And as I recall, hang on, there are some things here as well. There's a lore stone.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd.
Hang on, I missed a rune. It's... there. One of 3. This bit of the puzzle is particularly interesting to me because it works off of the same bit. Two. And 3. And there's another lore stone.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh. And her face, menacing and grim.
It's opening.
depths of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
Don't give up. Not like this.
It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
Let's autosave, please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Autosave. Would like to autosave, please. Thank you. Right, YouTube. Thank you very much for everyone who contributed to the stream today. it's been a good one. I've picked up 2 other runes that I didn't have before. I have managed to get this far without dying, so hopefully in the next stream I will not die at all. I don't know how many more episodes I'm going to get out of, how many more streams I'm going to get out of this, because the game is very fast paced from here. It may be that I only managed to get 1 stream out of it, but I will make the stream as long as possible if that is the case, so that I get the full game completed and I get all of the other lore stones. But thank you so much for those who have contributed and watched so far. If you have liked the video, of course, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see you all in the next stream. This is Ian La 1985, also Dark Fury 1985, signing out. Thank you very much.